Are you ready for the frozen Frozen Dick?
I'm frozen ground now. I can't believe I don't find this killer. I think it's John Cusack. I'm gonna find him.
I'm
He's a
gonna take that
rapist, murderer.
immediately. Never waver from that theory, and then be right.
Yeah, exactly. He's right. He was right.
There was no drama in this movie.
He was completely 100% correct.
Yes, and again, never wavered away from his thought that John Cusack was behind this.
This is the guy. I'm telling you, this is the guy. You got to prove it. Yeah, I'll prove it.
But we need evidence. You know that.
I got him. I got a chick that was right by him, and she says
Physical
that he did
evidence.
it. All he did basically at the end was how he tricked him was he showed Vanessa Hudgens, and he goes, "I should have killed you when I had the chance."
Yeah.
So that was really John Cusack's fault.
Yeah.
I know it's Cusack, but I don't call him Cusack.
That's all right.
I like that better.
It seems like there should be a T if you're going to pronounce it that way, though.
I don't care.
Cusack.
Cusack.
Isn't he in another movie?
Where he's a rapist?
Where he's, I don't know about that, but where he's hunting people in the mountains, like him and Morgan Freeman or something.
No, it's a Michael Douglas movie where that happened.
No, I swear it was a John Cusack one too.
You're probably right because John Cusack has done a number of these straight to red letter box movies.
It was like around this time too.
Yeah, this is the higher end of the red box movie because this movie is supposed to come out in theaters, but I think last minute it kind of got deterred by that and it kind of got lost in the shuffle of red box releases.
The only reason it got pushed back it was called The Contract with Morgan Freeman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here it is. But the only reason it got pushed back to Redbox was because of the studio buyout.
Oh,
so there's like a whole thing.
That can't be nice.
The Contract
for a filmmaker.
It's like him in the woods with a sniper rifle at some point.
Ah, very nice. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I
want to find this man. I have to catch him.
I just remember the poster. He's sitting there.
So does John Cusack hunt Morgan Freeman?
I really don't remember.
So he's a bigot. He's a bigot in that one.
Oh no, a father and son attempt to bring in an assassin to the authorities. Who's Morgan Freeman?
But Morgan Freeman's
associates have other plans.
Oh, it's one of those movies.
A 6. It was okay.
Yeah, well, this one's a 6. The Frozen Ground. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think what kind of killed it for me was the whole. There was those moments where they focused too much on the Vanessa Hudgens character because she gave a lot of. Yeah, I mean, she gave the real character based on the real person was like instrumental in making this movie. So they kind of like, well, we got to make her the star then. So it's like, okay, I guess that works.
It should have been more like Zodiac.
A little bit, yeah.
Instead, it's just watching her go about her life.
Yeah, being a whore.
The first half of the movie, she does almost nothing. The second half is when she actually does something.
Right. She's running around. She's getting away from her pimp, 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
And then she's getting chased by the retard from the newsstand. The retard guy, remember?
Oh, yeah.
The same guy. It's the
I learned that guy's name because he's awesome and everything.
Oh, he's always good. I like him a lot. Yeah. He just shows up in movies. You're like, oh, that guy.
You think we know his name?
I know. It's one of those go-to character actors. He's in like he shows up in almost anything you watch.
It's that other guy from Fight Club that we talk about who's finally getting his.
Yes.
Finally getting his.
But I think that guy's name's Colt McCoy or something like that. Colt something.
Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy. Yeah. See, that's a cool name that you could kind of remember.
What the fuck, Dick? I just found something out horrible. I had no idea.
I'm Colt McCoy.
His name is Brad William Henke.
You know, okay.
Joke, and I have some bad news.
Yeah. He's not dead, is he?
He's fucking dead.
He's dead?
Yeah, 2022.
When did he die?
November 29th.
Holy shit.
2 years ago. Almost.
What did he die of?
I don't know. Why are we just now finding out about this? This guy's awesome.
Oh, that's oh no. No wonder.
The last thing he was in Big Sky. Oh no.
Oh wow.
He was oh my god, that sucks. That really sucks.
What did he die of?
Undisclosed.
Oh. Well, I'm done. I quit. I'm done. This show's over. I'm out.
This rarely happens with us. Usually it's someone from the Twilight Zone. We're like, oh, they're still alive.
That's a shot. Yeah. Any Twilight Zone actor except Bill Mumy is still kicking. That's when you're like, holy shit. Yeah. Especially when they're doing autograph cards. Well, I looked into those those Twilight Zone autograph cards. They came out like 2000. So that means that a lot of those actors are dead now, but they weren't dead then. So that makes more sense then. Those cards are over like 24 years old now.
My guy needs to die already, so my card can go from $1 to $2.
He's still alive, that guy. That's crazy.
Yeah. You look at him and you're like, that guy's my age then, or older than us then, and that guy is still alive.
He's still kicking, and he survived the era of drinking, smoking, and just eating red meat every meal with starch. They just potato and steak.
Just that alone.
Would you like sliced tomato? Fuck you. Give me my steak.
Man, there's no vegetables. That man's never eaten a vegetable.
No. He probably has to never drink water either.
Yeah, just coffee and whatever water is distilled in his gin.
Exactly.
That's it.
I got ice in it. What do you want? What else do you want from me? Ice gin.
With a single little
straight, but I'm not crazy. Yeah, little ice cube, square ice cube.
That's it. It's watered down.
But it's a big ice cube, though. I'll give them that. They did have big ice cubes in those days for their liquor cabinets that was in every single house in the 1960s.
You know what ice is? Frozen. The frozen ground. You like that?
That's right. Very nice. Very nice.
That was pathetic. And so is this movie. Some of it.
Boy, Quentin Tarantino loved it. Did you read that? Quentin Tarantino loved it.
I remember Tarantino loving it. Was it Tarantino?
No, it's Tarantino. He says it's like the best serial killer movie in like 30 years.
Fucking Zodiac.
Well, I think that's what he meant to say, like in that period.
Since Zodiac, I hope he meant
Zodiac. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm still bummed this guy's dead.
I know. God,
I had no idea.
Oh, that is disappointing. Oh man.
I was just looking him up too because I rewatched The Stand and I was looking him up and I loved him in. Not the first thing I noticed him in, but Choke was the first thing I saw him, and I was like,
Choke, yeah. I liked him. He was good.
And he's in Orange is the New Black, and he plays the bad guy. He's such a piece of shit in that show.
Oh, he's a good actor, but now he's dead.
That's a fucking bummer. But Brad William Henke, hats off to you, even though I'm still going to wear my hat.
Rest in power.
Rest in power. We're getting a lot of that lately, aren't we?
Oh, fuck.
I feel like we're starting off every show with a death.
This is going to be Hollywood is dead show for real.
Oh, God.
Shit. But Frozen Ground.
I have a worse story to tell about someone who died in real life.
Based on the Frozen Ground?
Based on the Frozen Ground.
Oh, my God.
A jumping off point later. But sorry, go ahead. Do you want to set up this movie, I guess?
Oh, it's just one of those cat and mouse. You know right away that John Cusack is the murderer and the rapist, and it's Nick Cage. He's basically retired. He's going to quit his job and move somewhere else. And then he realizes at the end that he can't. And the other girl that stars in this movie is that girl that was in every movie for like in the aughts. That one actress who just was in like every other movie for like 5 years and then she disappeared off the face of the earth. Hollywood likes to do that. The blonde girl, his wife.
Oh, yeah, his wife. No, she's also Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, no, she kind of just like showed up in every movie for like a span of 5 years in the aughts. From like I think Silent Hill on.
Oh, it was a Silent Hill girl. Never mind. She wasn't.
Yeah, Silent Hill girl.
Played the wife.
Yeah, the wife of Nick Cage.
Radha Mitchell.
That's it. Yeah.
I just looked her up. I didn't know her name. Yeah.
She was
in my head. It was the main character from Orange is the New Black, but clearly it's not. I was like,
no.
My brain is already filling in the gaps right now.
All blonde women look alike.
Paving. Yeah, I don't. Whatever. But it's kind of just smoothing over the cracks in this movie, and I'm already forgetting because I watched this thing last week, which I never do on the show. But
you've seen it before.
Yeah, this is my second time. I do like the movie.
It's not a bad movie.
When you say it's a cat and mouse, I wish it was more that.
Right.
I wish that was the movie that we watched, but instead it's mostly Nick Cage trying to convince a whore into wanting to protect other women. And I mean, I get it. She's conflicted, but she's also still living there anyway, so she's already in danger.
And she's not from there, so she could have left months ago. She's not tied to that place. Yeah. It's Alaska. Who the fuck wants to live in Alaska?
Yeah. The scene where they show her like on the point in Alaska hooking. I'm like, this is sad. Like, can you name a worse place to be a hooker?
But she almost looked too young. It's like she's almost too like High School Musical still. Like that's where she's from. She's still like too young looking to be like a hardened whore.
How old was she?
She's got to be probably 28. And that's being generous. I'm going to assume 28.
28 there in the movie?
That's what I'm assuming.
She's not my age. Oh my God, she's only 4 years younger than me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, this was a year after Spring Breakers, where she's in a bikini the whole time.
That's right, yeah.
And what's his name was probably sexually harassing her.
Probably. Well, that was the time where she had her controversy where her leaked nude photos came out when I think she was going out with Zac Efron at the time, and she sent him full on nude pics, and they were all over the internet.
Oh, sorry, what?
Her phone got hacked. Yes. Oh, I'm done.
This bottle was inside me.
Oh, just like John Cusack.
No,
I'm a bakery owner, and I'm going to kill women and hunt them because it's fun.
Was there anything else you want to say about the plot before we start breaking down the specifics?
Well, that's all it is. It's just basically Nick Cage is a detective chasing after John Cusack, and it's about him building this case, and he's got nothing, and then he just kind of basically traps him in the confession room, and that's how he gets him.
Oh.
That's it.
And oh man, I don't want to get to the last scene yet, but I guess it really doesn't matter. I'd say watch the movie. When you won't watch it, don't.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
You're not going to love it, but you're going to go, that was good.
It's like a good 90-minute waster.
It's a well-made movie.
Yeah.
I wish the script was different.
Well, I think they cut a lot of stuff out.
It seems like it.
Because this movie, I was reading the trivia on it, and I guess a lot of the scenes with the Nick Cage's Ronna Mitchell and him got cut out of the movie because it was just like too much. Because like she's not really in a lot, and she must be in it more. And there was a lot more filmed with her and him arguing about leaving Alaska and set up a new life. And he's like, I can't leave. I can't get out of this. I got to solve this case. This girl's in trouble. I got to save her.
I love when she goes. She's basically like, you solve this case. You do this. This is like a third week in a row with a character like this. And he brings her home.
Yeah.
Like, why is that whore in my house? Get her out of here.
Exactly. Yeah. I
was like,
you do what you got to do. But not that.
She's going to be killed if we don't let her stay here. I don't care. You get her out of my house.
She smells like cigarettes and crack.
She has sex for money.
She's gross. And she strips when she doesn't strip.
But so basically his wife is saying, and this is all we really get of her because they cut all our scenes. So really she's a bitch in this horror. Like
pretty much, yeah.
Because she strips and is a prostitute, she deserves to go die. Go make her die right now, husband.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then Vanessa Hudgens leaves and flees. And is that when she tries to go? That's when she goes back to 50 Cent.
Yes.
Oh man, 50 Cent's hair in this movie is incredible.
Yeah, he surprised me. 50 Cent wasn't a bad actor.
No,
he could have been. I know he's in a lot of stuff other than this, and he does get work, and he deservedly so. He is actually a pretty good actor as a rapper.
That Get Rich or Die Trying poster.
Yeah,
I always thought he was holding a bowling ball, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's a great.
And then I realized
it's a great movie about inner city bowling. Yeah, inner city bowling.
But I never looked that closely because I'm like, oh, it's 50 Cent. I'm not gonna watch that. Like, come on. Here he is.
I got to save my family, dog, with this 9 pins.
I gotta bowl myself out of the ghetto, man. You don't get it.
I'm gonna be the best bowler you've ever seen. What? Why? You can be. Don't you want to play basketball? No, bowling.
I wish you had Eddie Murphy's hair.
You do realize that bowling is the only sport for white people left. You know that. Yeah. You can't take it from us.
My bitch out there on the track getting real money. You in here bullshitting in this motherfucking dump. Ain't no money in here. Let me see what you got.
Oh, we're gonna freeze.
He's right. Ain't no money in there. She could go make $1,000 on the street in one night instead of like $800 at that place.
If she already had her nudes leaked, why not just go for it in this movie?
Well, that's what I think. Yeah, you'd think she could go full Magilla and like really get into the character, but I think she was trying to be
red
respectful.
Open asshole. We're just like,
it's
oh,
really
Jesus.
This is depraved. Oh my God. I like what oh my God, why am I so turned on by this? I'm a sick person.
It's that Dave Chappelle thing. And there's a baby in there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I got some drugs.
Well,
anyway, I just wanted more cat and mouse. I wanted more of Bob, who's John Cusack. I wanted more with his family because all we really get is his wife is clearly terrified of him.
Yes.
And says nothing.
Yeah.
And he has one scene with them, I think, and that's it.
And it's about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I want to take the kids. We're having Thanksgiving here.
Yes.
And that's it. That's pretty much it.
He goes to leave. He's like, I got to go. Thanksgiving's here. He says like one more time.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's right here. Fuck you. Goodbye.
And that's all we get of him. And I wanted more of a Mr. Brooks side of it, where he's really trying to hide it from him, and you get the family life. But instead, all the wives in this and the family, I don't give a shit about them. I don't really know them.
Right. And Mr. Brooks, it was the opposite, where I didn't give a shit about the Demi Moore cop character trying to solve the case.
Yeah.
Because her character was just like, Dane Cook gets a shovel in the mouth.
I like that movie, but there are some serious flaws in it.
People love Mr. Brooks. That's like
love it. I would never say
people love it. No, when that movie came out, I was at the ArcLight, and every time people are like, "Did you see Mr. Brooks, bro? Mr. Brooks is fucking great. That's like the best movie of the year." Like everyone loved it.
They were high on the Dane Cook train. It's got to be.
That was toward the end of the Dane Cook train, though, wasn't it?
That was like 2004, wasn't it?
No, it was like 2007, 2006.
Oh, was it that late?
I would say it's 2007.
Yeah, it must have been, right?
It was around,
yeah 2007.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dane Cook was still going to like 2010,
roughly, maybe.
Yeah. Now he's married to like a 19-year-old.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Does he tie her up to a post in his living room, in his pool table room?
I don't know.
And he spits on her, and then he says, "You're the best I ever had." No, you're the best I ever had. That's what John Cusack says to Joe Mantegna's daughter.
Yeah, this is the movie I was telling you that his daughter's in.
Yeah.
I got it confused with the other one because I watched a bunch of movies in one day because I knew I wouldn't have time later.
Yes.
And I was right because I had to skim through Kick-Ass in our next show. I skimmed through it because I've already seen it like 5 times.
I've seen it, a bunch of times.
Yeah, I didn't need to rewatch it. Fucking hate that movie.
Yeah.
No, anyway, I wanted more Mr. Brooks, which I can't believe is something I'm saying, but you know what I mean. I wanted the family. I wanted stakes because Bob was like, "Oh no, I'm caught." Okay, and it just felt like it was lacking any sort of stakes. And it sounds like I'm all saying negative things, but these are things that would take the movie from like what it was, which was a solid movie, a watchable movie, to like a really
good, better movie. Yeah,
which is
almost there. It's almost a good movie.
I can't believe I'm
not there.
18 minutes in, and I'm finally going to say the most obvious thought. And the reason I was like, when I first watched this, I was like, "Oh God!" It's the movie Insomnia.
It's a little Insomnia. It's a little Mr. Brooks. It's a little
I would say more than a little Insomnia. It's
about
a serial killer in Alaska, and a guy comes from
outer
space to solve the crime.
This is a true story, though.
I know, but I'm just saying, when you're watching it, you're not really thinking about the true story. You're watching them like, oh, the Alaska serial killer and who kills women, and only I find obviously Insomnia is way better. But
well, Insomnia is a great movie, yeah.
But that's a good movie where you get to see John Cusack's side, Robert Williams' side of that story, and you get a whole thing with Al Pacino, a whole backstory. And there's
just going on
with the characters themselves, and when they finally get together, the stakes. And in this one, I get none of it.
Yeah,
even Vanessa Hudgens, I don't really. Oh,
no. Well, that's the thing. Vanessa Hudgens is miscast. She's fine, and not like fine, hot, and tempting. I mean, she's fine. But she's serviceable. She's not really that like an amazing actress where he's like, "Oh my God, Vanessa Hudgens elevated the material."
Yeah.
But I guess Alison Brie was auditioned for this part.
She was too tall.
Which she's too tall, which probably saved her career.
Maybe.
Maybe
I don't think anyone would have noticed if she was in this. She's in a bunch of movies before she got really big.
Well, she was a musician. She was a singer too. She has like a couple of CDs, I think. I think she was a musician first.
You know what's weird with Vanessa Hudgens is I didn't really mind the dramatic scenes with her, but all of the horror and stripping scenes, I didn't buy.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like she had zero sex appeal. Like she's like, because instead of like sexy dancing, which do like a couple seconds. I'm not saying we have to sit here and because you can go look up her butthole online. But I'm saying she's just kind of like does drugs and walks out. I was like,
like that one scene where she's doing crack and she's like, "Oh, you remind me of my mom. Yeah. You remind me of my mom." It's like that's not what you want to say when you're going to have a threesome when you're horror night.
Yeah. I want to see that story more than some of the story we saw here.
Right, yeah. But again, I think it's because the true character, the true life survivor was on the set and was part of the making of this movie. So I think that's the reason why they don't go that far with it.
And that's got to be, the real life story's got to be way sadder than what we saw here.
Yes, I would think so.
Much more brutal.
Yeah.
Like an Alaskan hooker is going to have some fucking stories.
Right. Like, especially an Alaskan hooker who moved to Alaska to be a hooker.
Yeah.
It's like you don't move to Alaska to be a hooker unless you're really in bad shape.
Yeah, it's like, I guess just to thin out the crowd, like there's far less hookers.
Yeah.
And maybe she's hoping to stand out there.
Because like I remember when at the end they show like the real picture of her character. And you're just like, oh, she's rough. That's rough. That's a rough looking picture. And that was from the time. So that was like 30 years ago. I can't imagine. Or 40. 40 years ago. It was 83, 82, something like that. 83.
The girl that plays Franny on the newsstand. Look at her bangs. I hate that shit.
Hate that show.
I didn't hate the show. I just hated the bangs.
I hate it.
I'm going to close this tab because it's bumming me out every time I look at it and see that 2022 date. All right.
God, yeah. It's so sad.
How many movies is John Cusack in compared to Nick Cage?
Far less.
Yeah, I'm just curious how many less.
Because John Cusack used to care, and then there came a point where he realized, oh shit, no one's going to like me anymore, so I have to make these movies and get them out because I need money. Because he's not doing movies with Jeremy Piven anymore. Because Jeremy Piven got busted, kind of Me Too'd his ass.
Well, I also think Jeremy Piven Hollywooded him because Jeremy Piven is full of himself.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, Entourage did that.
Ari Gold got to his brain, and I got hair plugs now, and people want to fuck me. And he's he tries to be like a little Joe Rogan.
A little bit of Smoking Aces.
He's character in that movie, though.
I love Smoking Aces.
He's fucking great. He's great in that.
No, Smoking Aces is a fun movie. I like Smoking Aces a lot.
When he's sitting there just like playing he's all like jumped out.
He's got his cards.
He's just letting him fall. He's great. That's a good movie.
This is a fun one.
I do want to say this is our second Nick Cage, John Cusack movie, and I have news for you.
Oh, no.
It's not our last.
I thought we were done with the Cusack after this. Oh, no. That looks way worse. The Arsenal or just Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Arsenal, one word. Oh my God! Look, you got the Blu-ray all ready to go.
It's a sequel to a movie called Deadfall that Cage's like cousin made, one of the Coppolas.
What?
But it's a sequel, and it has the guy from Entourage. That's what made me think of this.
It's so weird.
But
the Queens Boulevard guy. I am Queens Boulevard.
Adrian Grenier.
Yeah, it's another guy that disappeared off the face of the earth.
But it has Nick Cage in this, in a character he played in Deadfall. Same character, like the first one was 93. This is like 2017.
Oh my God!
Problem is, he fucking dies in Deadfall.
I was gonna say,
so it's very confusing. I don't think they can address it.
Did I see Deadfall first, or is Arsenal a prequel to Deadfall?
We will be watching them both together.
Thank the Lord.
Arsenal. So whatever order you want to watch it.
Oh, well, thank you for that gift.
Yeah. We're not doing it now. Like it's
it should have been done in the month of Cage. This was the month of Cage.
Cageuary?
Cageuary. It's all
I
done
did move
now.
all my Nick Cage movies out here.
Wow, look at that. That's a sad state of affairs.
The Vertical Stack we haven't watched yet.
That's
only 25 or something like that. We're narrowing them down.
My God, you've seen them all.
Almost.
You are the Nick Cage expert.
But John Cusack is in 88 things, not including upcoming. And I'm not
okay.
This is just the actors listed, but Nick Cage is in like 100 and God,
Jesus,
what is it?
He made 10 movies. Yeah, he made 5 movies last week.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
My schedule's cleared up. I could do that.
Cusack's only got 2 upcoming.
Wow.
Nick Cage has 4.
Double digits on him.
But check out this crazy coincidence. Nick Cage is doing that Lords of War movie, the sequel.
Oh, is he really? Oh,
yeah.
No,
that's actually happening.
Wow.
I thought that was a rumor, like the Beetlejuice sequel, but apparently this one really is happening, unlike the Beetlejuice sequel.
Beetlejuice 2 is coming out in September.
But Nick Cage has Lords of War. No, it's not. And then Cusack has Fog of War.
They finished filming. The trailer's going to come out.
AI bullshit.
AI trailer. Man, they're getting really good with these.
It's going to be funny when that movie's out for 20 years and I'm still denying, like Holocaust deniers.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's a bad idea. I don't know why they're doing Beetlejuice 2. It makes no sense. The Flash was
denying it.
The Flash was such a success. I mean, yes, let's bring back Mr. Mom. Let's do Mr. Mom 2. Let's do Gung Ho 2.
Oh God. Ron Howard will make it again.
Let's do Multiplicity 2.
I would watch Multiplicity 2. Without Harold Ramis, though, it wouldn't be nearly as much fun.
It's not as fun, Not as fun. Multiplicity. Ooh, wow.
Oh, we should probably finish because we have another one and then another one to get to.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
But this, I don't. Basically, everything I said was negative, but I find it a solid movie. Like I'm not going to agree with the Tarantino. It's not the best serial killer movie.
It's a decent movie, but it's not an amazing movie. It's fine.
I think even that new Netflix one, new meaning a couple years old now, but that Netflix Zac Efron one, that that one was actually pretty good.
The one
with the really long title.
It's the one about Ted Bundy, right?
Yeah, but it was solid. Like I wasn't blown away. The only movie I was blown away in this genre is Seven and Zodiac. So David Fincher movies, and that's it.
Right, Science of the Lambs, Zodiac.
Yeah. It took me a while to get in Silence of the Lambs, though, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know. The serial killer genre is so oversaturated that most of it's garbage.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of serial killer movies out there,
especially now with podcasts. They're all true crime stuff.
Yeah, a lot of that there.
There's whole true crime networks now, and it's just so you don't need this much. Like it's kind of sad how it's all devolved into everything's got to be real, and it's like, make a fake serial killer. I don't give a shit. How many Dahmer specials do you need?
Right.
The same fucking guy. Like the poor victims who have to see every year like 4 projects based on their loved ones getting killed.
Sure, yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Make it up.
Well, he did. Suspect Zero is another one's terrible.
Yeah, that one's not good.
Taking Lives is terrible. The Bone Collector is okay.
Wait, that's the movie where he's in bed the whole movie, right?
Yes, he's in bed. And Queen
Latifah's good decision there, Hollywood. Let's get Denzel, an action star, and put him in bed.
What if that was Denzel's idea? Yeah. Like I know it's based on a series of books, but they're just like, I think this character should be in bed the whole time. He's a paraplegic.
He's severely bedridden. Oh, he can't move at all.
God damn it!
He's looking at the script like, oh nope.
So you give me $20 million, right? I get my $20 million and I just lay in bed the whole time.
All you did with the poster, giant picture of my face, the Bone Collector.
Exactly. That's all you need.
Because that's all they did.
Fallen, another one.
Fallen's good. I like that one, but that's a supernatural one.
That's still serial killer fake serial killer movie.
Yeah, I like Fallen. It had the supernatural thing. It had John Goodman. You can't go wrong there.
Can't go wrong with that.
And then Denzel becomes a cat. That's how the movie ends.
Yes.
Spoiler for Fallen.
You're not wrong. Yeah. Time is on my side.
Denzel, what does he blow his brains out and then he floats over into a cat?
Something like that.
Because he kills John Goodman. Was John Goodman? I'm trying to remember John Goodman's role. Wasn't John Goodman the bad guy?
I don't remember. John Goodman was a good guy, but
was he?
Because the killer,
I'm trying to remember that.
I think the killer passes. Doesn't think the killer tried to take over Denzel's body, and then Denzel takes himself out, and then thus breaking the chain.
Yeah, but then it goes to the cat.
The killer dies, but then he goes to the cat. Yeah,
that's a solid movie. It's up there with Parker Barnes. Virtuosity is
Virtuosity
is a good example of what we're talking about.
That's another great.
That's movie, a made-up serial killer that I'm interested in, even though it's so ridiculous.
100% fiction and science fiction on top of that.
Oh man, perfect movie.
Parker Barnes.
I will defend Virtuosity to the death.
Oh, I love Virtuosity. I have it on Blu-ray.
We did that in an early episode.
Yes, we did. We have that somewhere. It's out there.
Fantastic fucking movie.
Virtuosity, probably the most realistic depiction of the immediate future.
I thought you were going to say of serial killers.
No, just of the immediate, like movies are futuristic. They're like in the not too distant future. This one was mostly very, very similar to our current existence.
Oh damn, we did that episode 120. But early on in the rebranded show.
Yes,
I got the smoochie right before Quark. You're welcome.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, Virtuosity is goddamn good. But it is like a Black Mirror episode, that movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
It is like this could happen in the future, but
I'm back in the fucking box.
The glass.
Yeah.
And Frozen Ground was missing all that. There's no fun in this movie.
There's no kidnapping the daughter and putting her in a bomb setup where if you open the door it'll explode like and Denzel doesn't have a robotic arm. Nicolas Cage doesn't have a robotic arm, so that's the problem.
There is an underdeveloped blonde white lady though.
Yes.
Who just shows up in his cop.
Yes.
I am cop with a daughter. Sally, whatever her name is.
She basically there to provide the third act for happening.
Yep, that's it. And this one, solid sixes all around from us.
I agree.
6.4 on IMDb. This is our second week in a row of Kevin Dunn movies. I do want to point that out.
Yes.
For some reason we're getting a lot of Kevin Dunn and a lot of the crazy eye guy whose name I forgot.
I love Kevin Dunn. He just show up and things like, oh my god, it's Kevin Dunn.
Here he is. Because he was in here's Kevin Dunn. I'm trying to find him. I'm missing him by like 1 second every time.
Oh, True Detective, another great fictional serial killer story.
Is that new True Detective? You're right. Is that new series like a new series, or is it just a new season? It's called like True Detective.
It's a new season, but all the seasons they're not connected, so all the shows are separate stories.
It's Kevin Dunn.
So there he is. That's right. Sam Witwicky's father from the Transformer trilogy.
Oh God, is that what he's known for? That's
one of the bigger things he's known for. Those are probably his biggest movies.
That is true, but he's definitely not what I think of.
That's the only thing I think of when I think of Transformer movies is Kevin Dunn.
But it's not what you think of when you think of Kevin Dunn. Like the math doesn't
work.
It doesn't flip flop.
God damn it, Kevin Dunn.
Yeah. Oh, what I wanted to get to, I do want to say that you're not going to watch the new season of Dexter, right? The new.
Hell no! I thought it was already on. I thought it already came.
Dexter New Blood. It came on years ago, but I finally watched it a while ago, and Clancy Brown plays the killer. Spoiler.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go.
And he kills the exact same way as this serial killer. So now I know that it's based on this actual serial killer.
Oh, okay. Because he's in Alaska, right?
The women go, and then he's somewhere. I forget where he is, but it's the same fucking thing.
Right.
Only they do it way cooler. And Clancy Brown's has like a trophy room where he kind of like stuffs the ladies and puts them in like in an underground bunker, and he has like almost like a history museum thing, and they're all like, it's super creepy looking. They did a good job with that because it's Clancy Brown.
Jesus. Well, those Dexter shows, like maybe what is it, 8 seasons, the original Dexter series, something like that. Maybe 3 of them are good, the rest are garbage.
Good luck telling that to a Dexter fan.
Oh, Dexter fans are awful.
Yep.
Because that show sucked. It's a terrible show.
I did write down that good thing she randomly gave him the bracelet in the beginning of the movie.
Well, I set up and payoff. Knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but it was super obvious, and the only thing
Chekhov's bracelet.
Chekhov's bracelet. Chekhov's horse bracelet.
Chekhov's horse bracelet.
It's our second Kajak film. We got one more to go.
All right.
I wrote down my grandparents had Cusack's recliner, the one that he sits in, that wood one. I want to find it, but the thing I really wanted to get to that I mentioned earlier, I'm not gonna be able to find Cusack's recliner, am I?
Probably not.
Fuck it. It's that wood one with the rocking chair pattern.
On the chair
itself.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it was a giant couch and then the chairs. Anyway, Dave Rubenstein. I'm sure you saw this in the trivia, if you read the trivia on IMDb. But he was the lead singer of a punk band called the Reagan Youth. All right. Do you mind if I read you a couple paragraphs? Because it gets interesting and it's tied into the story.
Okay.
So by the time Reagan Youth broke up, Rubenstein had developed serious heroin addiction and was dealing drugs. An unknown assailant beat up Rubenstein with a baseball bat, leaving him in a coma. While admitted at the hospital, Rubenstein received a lobotomy. You're going to see how horrible this guy's life was.
Jesus.
Received a lobotomy to relieve brain trauma and saved his life. When he got out of the hospital, he returned to his parents' home. There, Rubenstein continued to use drugs, smoke cannabis in his bedroom as his parents tried to help him recover. Eventually, Rubenstein left his parents' home and moved back to the Lower East Side. By then, between the assault and the continued drug use, he was no longer as energetic and become disheveled. Many of his friends from the punk scene no longer associated with him. And you're going to notice a severe twist here. Rubenstein began dating Tiffany Bescanani. Sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. A prostitute who worked on Houston Street and danced in strip clubs around the city. He had told his parents that she was a dancer. Bresciani financially supported the couple in their drug habit with prostitution. Rubenstein often waited for Bresciani while she serviced a customer and then accompanied her to buy drugs. All right, next paragraph, and then another twist. On July 22nd, 1993, Rubenstein and Bresciani were waiting on Allen Street when a familiar customer pulled up in a Mazda pickup truck. Bresciani got in, telling Rubenstein she would return in 20 minutes. She never came back. Rubenstein called the police for the description of the truck. He went to the club where Bresciani danced and all the hospital emergency rooms in the city searching for her. A few days later, on June 28th, two New York State troopers were patrolling Long Island's Southern State Parkway when they pulled over the truck after a low-speed chase and found Bresciani's decaying body in the back. Oh. They arrested the driver, Joel Rifkin, one of Long Island's most infamous serial killers. It was linked to the murders of numerous women.
Wow.
And then it gets worse for him. On June 30th, 1993, like 6 days later, Rubenstein's mother died after being accidentally run over by a vehicle driven by his father.
Oh, my God.
Yes, and it gets worse. Depressed. This is why I want to read it, because I'm like, oh, God, it is every paragraph. One more to go. Depressed and alone after the unexpected loss of his girlfriend and mother, Rubenstein headed into a downward spiral, and on July 3rd, 1993, he committed suicide by drug overdose.
And he was in this movie?
You having fun? No. This is just something that they mentioned this in the IMDb trivia. Mentioned that the Reagan Youth punk singer, and I was like, oh, I'm not that familiar with the band. Wow. I heard of them, but I'm like, oh, his girlfriend was killed by a serial killer, and it's like kind of very similar to this serial killer.
Wow.
And I went down this rabbit hole reading this, and I'm like, oh God, every paragraph makes me pumped out so much worse.
Man, how come this isn't a movie?
Yeah, just the one where it's his mother died after being accidentally run over by a vehicle driven by his father. Oh man, that was a fun little story, wasn't it?
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, here's a picture of him because I want to share his life story. I might as well show the dude.
He looks quite young and healthy.
Yeah, he's probably exactly what you're thinking.
There you go.
Well, all right.
Yeah, that's depressing as all hell.
Yeah, just thought I just wanted to read that, but let's do our Cage rankings and get out of here. Boom.
Wow.
Oh, let me get rid of the scrolly guy. There we go.
What's that?
So I put a quality of Cage. He's good in the movie.
He's fine.
Not amazing. He's good.
Yeah.
But so I put it at number 21. Mostly because a lot of these I don't really care for him in that much.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't really think he's that good, even though he makes the movies better. Yeah, I put this at 21.
All right.
For quality of movie, 21 also, apparently. I didn't.
Wow, there you go. Fantastic.
Yeah, I might move Bad Lieutenant up more.
Yeah, I would.
Realizing that's below this.
Yeah, that needs to be up.
Yeah. Again, this is never perfect, and I'm probably not going to go through it and fix everything. But here we are. 21 on both. The point is, Zandalay's last. That's all that really matters.
It's all that we can hope for.
Yeah. Oh, let's get out of here, shall we?
All right. Good night, everybody.
We never did an intro video, so let's do an outro one.
That's fine. Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly. No Cusacks. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Yeah.
Next time is in a few seconds, but in the podcast, it'll be, what are we doing? Kick-Ass versus Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Fantastic.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.